Hey guys, how y'all doing? I heard Bia Bia, Bia Bia. So y'all on one already. What time is it? Let me tell y'all the time. It's 5:30. It's 5:30 a.m. Oh Lord, it's 5:30 a.m. What is that? Oh, it's 5:31 a.m. and it's Wednesday, July 8th, 2026. Happy Mercury Day. Can you see it? Okay, so there's definitely some change within your communication or some type of self-talk. I was feeling like there was like some type of paradigm shift last night. How was y'all portal? But I feel like there definitely was like a paradigm shift. Okay, some type of upside down, introverted um way of being. I don't know if you guys are changing your perspective on certain things. You're causing this change. You're just looking at things differently. Okay, certain beliefs you're like completely trashing it and starting anew. It's like a open book, like a brand new notebook. You know, it's like it's giving me like the first of the month type energy, like a new chapter, a review of some sort. Okay, I love it. So let's get into it. Let's see what y'all got going on. Let's start with the Kipper. And matter of fact, let's start with the energy oracle. I'm seeing the journey on here. The girl with the lantern, she's walking. I see her. I also see the girl. I don't know if it's in this deck, but it might be in the wisdom. I'm seeing the girl who is in front of the gate, and she's kind of like looking back. So I don't know if this is you guys just saying goodbye to old ways of being. Y'all, I cannot see. Hey, I see the chat moving. Let me get my glasses, y'all. I don't know if I brought them in here. There's so many decks on this bed, and I don't see my. Oh, here we go. Oh, yes. Thank God. That's right. Top of the AM curated. How is it in Texas? Ooh. Oh, see? I'm telling you, I cannot make it up. I thought she was in the other deck. This is who I was seeing. Please tapping in the chat. Yeah, the gate and the garden. Some of y'all looking out there and some of y'all ready to explore. Y'all want to see what lies beneath. Y'all want to see what's hidden. Y'all want to experience. Y'all want to explore. And I don't feel like you guys are limiting yourselves. I don't feel like y'all holding back. I feel like y'all want to know everything. Although it's too much out there to learn, but you're willing to start somewhere, you know? This is good shit, yeah. Tap in, tap in. You know what's so interesting? Because ever since they turned that churn off, right? On the full moon, it seems like everything has slowed up. Now, they turned it off, right? They turned it off. And then New York had a heat wave to the point where you didn't even want to be outside. It was antagonizing. It was overwhelming. For who, though? Because the black folk, we was eating that shit up. We was eating it up. It was a little bit too much at times, but we enjoyed it. So I feel like they were trying to make us so uncomfortable to throw us back into to psychologically mess you up, because you know the heat does something to people. They kind of make motherfuckers crazy. Okay, it's like, you ever heard when they was like, the dog is in heat, and then they dragged us for filth for one full week. Okay, just draining us, draining us, draining us, draining us. The beginning at the top of the summer, when we supposed to be joyous and happy and want to be outside, and then they threw us in a slum because it's been raining day in and day out. The first week was the heat wave. The second week was the storms. So it's like they trying to emotionally fuck us up. You see what I'm saying? Trying to have our energy all over the fucking place. So just take note of that. Remember, I was telling y'all, don't go too much into the energy. Not go into it, but especially if it has you have you in a lower vibe, try to uplift yourself no matter what. Stay like in a neutral, grounded energy, okay? It's like when they tell you don't make your blood pressure tip too low or tip too high. Try to level it out, same way, okay? Let's tap in. I know I'm kind of late. I usually come on here at 4, but when I got up this morning I just woke up at like an hour ago, the phone was dead. It wasn't even on. So I had to charge it, and I'm only at 45%. So something is still not fully there yet, but slow but steady, And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have a full battery, but my battery isn't dead either. It's like I'm leveled. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Told you. I cannot make this shit up, baby. I'm telling you. Okay? You ever threw ice in hot water? Or hot water on ice? It causes a gas, right? Tell me I'm lying. Right? All right now. So just be careful because the energies is there. But you guys are clearing out some type of attachment. Yes, y'all being very strong right now. There she go. Weighing your options, looking at things in a way more positive, way more positive attitude. 10 people in here, I only got 1 like. Come on now. I ain't doing it with y'all today. I ain't finna do it with y'all today. Okay? So it's like they give you this, but then they give you this. Then they give you this, but then they give you this. They want you to be like bound, all up in your feelings, all up in your energy, to alter your perspective. And I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to take it. Let's get something different. They don't want you to see a contract. They want you to be, because you ever notice when you out in the sun, that shit will dry you out, drain you out. Some people get drained out. Other people, we get life from it. You understand? Like when the sun is out, I'm very much so happy. Very fucking happy. I'd rather the sun any day than the cold. And then you go from the sun being meltering, sweltering hot to absolutely dreadful downpours, flooding, flash flooding, thunder, lightning. Like, what the fuck? It's like they turned the shit off, but it altered something. It's like the especially when they were saying they're not opening no more portals or whatever. How do you know it? When they turned the shit off, it didn't affect the portals, or when they claimed they turned it off, right? Something like some type of adverse effect didn't happen with it, Like I told you, when you throw ice in hot water, what happens? And when you throw hot water on ice, what happens? Something is going on, and I think it's getting out of control, out of hand. So maybe they feel like, if you know how it is, if you feel like you turned the stove off, the pot won't longer burn, but something is still going on there. You know what I'm saying? So when you put the shit in the stuff sink now and turn the water on, the shit gonna gas up. Like it's crazy. Yeah, look, I told you to have you all up in here, back and forth and shit. Yeah. So let's go. Archangel Gabriel, yeah. Some type of communication. It's like Spirit's trying to get you to speak great things over yourself. Yeah. Speak to your heart space. Speak to your heart space. Top of the AM, Juanita. Speak to your heart space. Think about yourself in a positive light. Think good things over yourself. Don't automatically go to the negative. Okay? Open your heart more. Be more trusting, more caring. Have a little bit more compassion. Yeah. Healing. Yep, there go the magician. So uplifting music, Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. Oh yeah, I'm asking you to. Yeah, I'm also hearing that song, SWV Week. I'm trying to tell you, there go that moon energy. They're trying to have you up in your feelings, so you won't be more so in your soft feminine energy. You'll be more emotionally erratic and just do some impulsive, outlandish shit. Don't you see how people out here wigging out? You gotta tap in. You have to wonder. You have to wonder, and it's a lot of MURDERSUICEID. Like, how bad does it have to be? Okay, the whole fucking family though, down to the children, babies. Something's wrong. Something's very much so wrong. It's giving me that energy of Zootopia. Remember Zootopia? When they had it was something they were putting in the I think it was the fruit or something, where even like the sweetest animal was spazzing out. Remember? Go back and Google it. And it was the mayor. She was doing it. She was the one who was just zapping the people to, like, using them as test dummies and shit. And remember how I told you last week I was gonna start my fast on Monday? Did y'all see the outbreak of the vegetables? And I told you Spirit was like, don't do it this week. Don't start yet. Did you hear about the outbreak on the fruits and vegetables? You better tap in. You better tap in. Right. I'm telling you, if you just listen to your spirit, you'll be always on point. Yeah. Stop and just think about some shit. Don't automatically be upset and be so angry. Wonder, like, why the fuck am I mad though? Really? Why am I mad? It's summertime, whether you're at work or wherever you are, like, my bills are paid, my kids are fed, like, I'm in a good connection, I'm about to be in a connection, or I'm just content right now. I really don't have nothing to be upset about. Why am I so fucking mad? Think about it. Think about it. Okay. Let's see what y'all saying. How y'all feeling? How was y'all 7-7 portal? Hey, Juanita. Thank you, love. Hey, Treble. Oh, but you back, Treble? Wow. You have to, though. Yeah, you have to. You think about love differently. You know? So let's just see what's going on with y'all today. 17 people in the chat, and I only got 14 likes. I only got 4 likes. Tap, tap, tap in. Thanks for stopping in, Trouble. Yeah. 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Okay? And the Archangel Raphael is here. And it's like, approach things with a little bit more love, because they just out here. They just out here, wigging out for no reason. You understand? Yeah, look. The whole world is going through it, child. It's like, spread a little bit more love. Try to de-escalate situations. Don't try to amplify it. You see somebody going through something, really stand back and figure out how you're going to approach it without, escalating it. Yeah. A lot of chakra work. You guys could have been working on your chakra. Being intentional. Okay, yeah. Being intentional. Creating out of the storm instead of what is that? There's something going on this back patio here. What the fuck? Creating out of the storm instead of, seeing it as a disruption, Because you ever sit down and wonder, Like, we all know when it starts raining and pouring and stuff, it's like turn off all the lights. You know, you try to keep the electronics off and just sit in the quiet and listen. But some people can't sit in the silence. Some people can't sit in the quiet because they don't like what they hear. They're scared of the unknown. Okay? Thank you. Demons will be seen for what they are, yup, and they don't like it, yup. They promote war now. That's all you see. That's all you see. What's with this Archangel Metatron? And I did not come here and I say you guys are rewriting your chapter or starting a new chapter. Yeah, some of you guys could be scribes. You're rewriting your story. You're not allowing anybody to dictate what it is. I got to see hold up, y'all. Yeah. Look at that strength. Look at that lion. Hold on. Oh, okay. I'm tripping. I'm tripping, y'all. I'm seeing a light over there on these people's back patio because I got the window open, but is the sun coming in and it's shining on the chair. So tap in. Okay? Okay. The sun is about to come up. Okay. Yeah. How y'all doing today? Didn't I tell you this is the first card I saw? You guys are starting a new journey. You're not afraid anymore. That's what it's giving. You're not scared. And I told you guys, once you release that fear, you be on your way. You will be on your way. Yep, right into your abundance. You're just gonna stumble upon it. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna stumble upon it. 29 people in here and I only got, oh look, 8 likes. Okay. Some type of connection coming in, caring connection. I'm trying to tell you. Rewriting how you feel about love. I was seeing 144, and do you know, yesterday I looked up 441, and it I think it was like a friend, somebody who's docile. It was a little bit more context to it, but when I looked up 441, it said friend. It was a friend. Okay, maybe you're helping someone else rewrite their story. Let's read what this 6th chakra is all about. We don't need to read the caring connection, child. We already know what that is. Okay, but the Metatron, I feel like you're just rewriting your story. You're no longer allowing anybody to dictate what's best for you, you know? I'm hearing, I'm asking you to change your ways. 127, the 6th chakra. So you could be a Virgo, Gemini energy. Metatron 127. It says clarity of thought, personal vision. I'm trying to tell you, this very powerful Metatron brings brilliant indigo vibration to your brow chakra or third eye, which is the center devoted to insight and clear thoughts. When this card appears upright, it indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process and an expanded perspective toward broader horizons. Some new perceptions are taking hold and the clouds of confusion are clearing. In some ways, this could be a new beginning for you are on your way to developing a deeper insight about what's going on in your life and why. I said all of this. Now is the time to focus on your personal vision. What do you want your life to look like in the years ahead? Create a clear picture of that and support it with your daily thoughts. The insights you need to create a vibrant life is available to you now. Did I not say that? Rewind the video. I said, I came in here and I said, I feel like you guys had a paradigm shift. A clean slate. brand new chapter, brand new notebook, and you're on page 1, and it's like, this book belongs to X, Y, and Z. And you're turning the page, and you're gonna say, July 8th, 2026, 5:50 a.m. Boom, bang, pow, 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 pow. And you're not scared. You're actually happy. It's a completely new energy. You might not be, you know, all chipper, but you are in a good space, you know, with self. And I told you, once you start there, you can start attracting these connections, whether that's financial, okay, emotional, mental. You'll start attracting the vibration you are in. And you can always tell when you're on a new timeline, because it just seems like everybody else out there is going through something, but your internal world is like at peace. You know? I love it. Let's move on. Yeah, look, community. Okay? And victory. Tap in. 49 people in here and I only got 13 likes. I'm gonna wait. Let me get some more cards until y'all figure that out. Yeah, I said I wasn't gonna do my fast. I freaking knew it. Spirits tell me, I told you I went food shopping. I didn't get I didn't get no fruits or nothing. I didn't get anything. Spirit said, don't fast yet. And look, whole outbreak in the produce aisle. Ain't that crazy? Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm trying to tell you, when you listen, you could never fall short. You'll never fall short. You might not understand it at the moment, but you will appreciate it when you do find out. Where are those other cards? Okay. Yeah, so see, now I would have went and ate that shit all fucked up. I'd have been on the toilet, probably crying to y'all like, oh, I can't come on live today because I don't feel good. You listen. Whole outbreak. And it's so interesting when they know that people, it's summertime. People don't really like to eat heavy stuff. They're more so of a salad and a fruit type energy. You know what it is? It's like they want their little liquor. They have their little barbecue and stuff, but it be so damn hot. All you want is fruits. You don't want nothing too heavy. What's the coincidence that we had this big old heat wave here, or y'all having it now down there, and the produce is fucked up? The produce is messed up. As soon as y'all turn that damn machine off, the produce is contaminated. Or was y'all spraying some shit and then y'all heated it up so bacteria could grow faster because y'all knew we was gonna be outside? You know what I'm saying? Y'all better tap in. Because I remember, look, they don't want y'all to be happy. And that's the best way to alter your energy with your food. And remember, I don't know if y'all remember, but haven't y'all noticed that the water, y'all can't really fuck with the waters too much? Every other, especially up here in Westchester, up in Playland, the water, every other week they shutting the beach down. We couldn't really go to the beach last year like that. And I'm pretty sure they're going to pull that shit again this year. They don't want y'all to be in a happy vibration. They want y'all to be stressed out. And they know summertime is y'all stomping ground. So if we could have these bitches in their feeling, they're going to be more irate. They're going to be more angry. We could alter how they move, how they, you know? Yeah, look, a change in the motherfucking wind. I can't make it up. Tap your girl in. Yep. They want you to be in the house sleeping shit, sad, depressed, not knowing when you sleep you're getting healing. That's when you really fucking living and you getting all that download and you eating all of that up. You understand? I'm telling you, they be so fucking confused. It's insane. I feel like you guys are definitely rewriting how you view connections, how you see certain things. Okay, how you process information, how you take the certain things in. Starting to decode things a little bit deeper, not so much surface level, you know? I love it, yeah, here and now. You know what I heard? I heard I'm seeing the scene when she said black love is beautiful. She said all love is beautiful. If you can get a little bit of it, grab it. And I feel like y'all understanding that now. Seeing certain situations where you were groomed or you were taken advantage of, especially if older men were like interested in certain things you did, or older women were, you can see now the pedophilia in certain motherfuckers that you trusted when you were younger, instead of thinking like, oh, some they cared for you or they wanted to truly help you. They were just grooming you to be able to sway your decisions and how you allowed them to treat you. You understand, child? This shit go deep. I was in here thinking about some shit last night. Thank you. Hey, Noel. Yeah. You can't be isolated. That's what they want. They want you to cut everybody off, then you don't have any friends. You know what it is? It's like I don't even know the word. You know how they say that's a narc? They do that. They try to isolate you from family and friends. But I don't know what you would call it on like a global scale or energetic scale. It's like a what would we call it? Like a universal isolation, or maybe like a spiritual jail kinda, and not realizing that's what you're in, but it was imposed on you and you kind of ran with it. And you're thinking that you're healing, but all you're doing is hiding. You're not really doing the work, because all you did was shut everybody out, and then it's like, but nothing changed. I'm just by myself now. So it's just, they're trying to alter your steps. Because especially if you don't know, you'll just, you know what I'm saying? Remember I told you people need to see the change in you. So people start to just mimic what other people are doing, but not really truly know why they're doing it. They're just doing it to do it. But not truly healing, not getting any type of wisdom, not taking anything, not really doing their own research. They're just running with everything else. And I feel like you guys are stopping that. We're not taking what people saying out their mouth. We might take a little, log it, and then we're doing our own research to get a better understanding, to see what truly fits for us, or for you, to say the least. Hey, Devon. Yeah, and they don't want you to know. And then with everybody out here now, especially on this YouTube shit, they tell you any old fuck shit, but they don't really give you no context behind it. But y'all still have to do y'all research too. You can't just take every single thing people say. You have to write it down. You have to take notes, and you have to do further research, because these niggas that have you all over the place, you believe in shit that you don't even realize you believe in. You're like, hold up, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that. Then you got to fucking start over again when you should have just looked into it from the jump, or, not even really went into it, but just a little bit. You know what's crazy, Brandon? I had a dream about a woman and a man 2 nights ago. They were trying to stop us from doing something. They started to make us do like some adult game or something to alter us from something. It wasn't clear, but it was a box. Okay, it was like a box like this, or like this, right? And it was way bigger, like in this size, but it was also like a gift box that you could just take the top off. And it was green and white and all these different colors. And when they opened the box, all this money was going to come out. But they made sure all the adults left, and they only wanted the kids to do it. But when I came back, my son said him and a few other kids and the teacher went down by the water and left everybody else, so they didn't get whatever was in the box. But I'm assuming it was money. I don't know. But he said when they went by the water, they were all talking and they were trying to figure out how to stop the people who wanted the box to open. Okay? Put that where it fit. All right? I know the those people are watching the IBF reverse because I dreamt them. So I knew. And the girl, she was like, the way she was looking at me, she was looking at me like how that girl was in here at the gate, and she was kind of looking back like she didn't want me to know it was her. And she looked like a regular person, but she had a big ass IBF hat on. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. You know. So you got to tap in. You got to pay attention, because it'll be subtle and swift. And sometimes you'll dream stuff and you won't remember. But then spirit will put it in your face again, and it will trigger, remember, it will trigger something real fast. So you have to be on it to make sure you have your pen and paper or something to log it, because another thought will come in so quick, it completely could slip you really fast. Okay, let me see what y'all saying. Thank you guys. Tap in. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Ajax. How the kids? I told y'all, didn't I tell you guys that? Once you realize you were scared for no fucking reason, you know? I'm not saying if somebody come to you with a gun in your face, of course you're gonna be like, holy shit, but it is what it is. What are you gonna be fearful for? You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna be fearful for? And if you're really, really scared, you're gonna make them want to do the shit even more, because you're projecting that on them. Try to de-escalate the situation. And I'm not saying that's going to happen, but be realistic as well, you know? Did you ever notice, like, you see a dog off a leash and bitch, you start automatically getting scared? The dog is just picking up what you're putting out. And it's like, why are you scared? I wasn't going to do nothing until you got scared. So now you making him feel scared. And it's like, oh shit, let me attack this bitch because she about to attack me. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Somebody tell you, come here, close your eyes, put your hand in this box, and bitch, you already done thought the worst. It could be a fucking cotton ball in there. You don't think it's a snake in there. You don't think it's a spider in there. You don't think it's all sorts of things but what the fuck it is. You ever notice how you think some shit and then it happened? You be like, damn, I can't believe I thought about that shit, not realizing how powerful you are. That mouth. So just imagine how you can scare yourself into things. You ever notice you be thinking about going to the doctor, thinking about going to the doctor, you don't let Chat GPT and fucking web.com tell you don't have some shit, and you go in there and they're like, you're fine. You're like, but I had this, yeah, you oppose it upon yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. My doctor told me, stay your fucking ass off of Chat GPT. He tell me every time. He'll come in and he be like, he give me that look like, don't. And I was like, I wasn't even on it. I'm fine. He was like, yeah, because the results came back. Your test came back. Your blood work is fine. You do not have fucking diabetes. You do not have sugar. You're fine, bitch. Ain't nothing wrong with your thyroid. Stop coming here. He ain't saying in so many words, but the look was like, you know the look your mama used to give you, like, you get in this fucking store and act a fucking fool, bitch, I'ma act a ass type energy, you know? So, yeah. So that fear will have you fucked up every time. You know what I'm saying? Every time. And then you'll swear somebody doing something and it's like, no, bitch, you manifested it. Like I told you, if you feel like you're going to be fucking late, bitch, you're going to be late. If you wake up and say, I'm going to have a wonderful fucking day, try that shit for a week. Every day you wake up, even if you wake up mad, if you wake up with an ailment or you wake up, just be like, you know what? You're fine. You're fine. Don't even acknowledge the pain. You're fine. You're fine. And watch. Keep telling yourself that until you get to the bathroom. And I guarantee you, by the time you get to the bathroom, turn the fucking light off and start brushing your teeth, you don't forgot that pain was even there because you told your mind you're fine. Your system is set up to make, like, your system is set up to protect you. So even when things aren't wrong with you, it make you feel like something is wrong, and ain't nothing be wrong. It's like a fucking panic attack. It's like, why are you having a panic attack? Ain't nothing going on. Think about it. Why are you sitting here hyperventilating? Girl, you're sitting here and you just start having an attack. What's wrong with you? Nothing. Nothing. Relax. That's why they tell you just breathe. Breathe. Come back down. We are here. Where are you? Breathe. That shit is crazy. See? I told y'all, work on that shit. That fear, once you get rid of that shit, that's why I could come in here and talk my shit, because I'll be already too assured, like, man, cut the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Once you get rid of that fear, and I used to be like that for a long time, very fearful, very, very fearful, for no fucking reason. And then I had to sit down and think about it, like, what's wrong with you, girl? Why you keep doing that? You be bringing this shit up on yourself. And I just started thinking better and being like, you know what? It is what it is. Whatever's supposed to happen will happen. I ain't bringing on no more or no less. Let it be whatever's for me, okay? And that's how we gonna roll. And I guarantee you start going out more. You'll stop hiding yourself. You start wanting to learn more, wanting to experience, just like being out and about, not fearful of talking to people, trusting yourself. When your gut tell you get the fuck up and go on about your business, go. If your gut tell you don't go, be okay with it. Don't keep second guessing. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, let's move on, because I done been talking enough. 6 fucking minutes. Exactly, Juanita. Yeah, Divine. You got to get out of that. And that's another thing, the food too. Once you stop eating certain shit, you won't feel certain things. Hey, Missouri. Is it warm down there? I always ask y'all that. I need to go somewhere where it's warm year round. I'm in New York. That's what Brandon was saying. I only read the first part. This is all false accusation. Yeah, but you're in here. Get out of here, Brandon. Fuck out of here. False accusations. You getting all that big money and you on fucking YouTube. Fuck out of here. Yeah. Thank you, whoa. Have a good day. You too, love. 17 years. Strings. Change states here. 3 days. 5 days. Rest of mamas told me too. Wow. Yeah. Exactly. Treble. You losing years, you're losing so-called time because you're so scared to fucking live. You don't want to go outside because too much is going on around there. They want to keep you in the house depressed and stressed. That's why they did that whole 2020 fucking bullshit. If a lot of y'all notice, if y'all did not take the poke, right, y'all fine. Not a damn thing was wrong with y'all, even after the fact. And they try to impose that shit, and then all of a sudden, oh, you don't have to take it. They just wanted to see who was moving out of survival and who the fuck they could control. But a lot of motherfuckers ain't see it that way. They were just so scared. They imposed a lot of that shit on themselves. You need to start remembering your dreams. Either you're drinking coffee too late or you're doing something. You need to stop eating after 7. And if you have to eat, like, eat some fruits. Eat you a fruit bowl. You know? As a Dominican, we think don't open it. Yeah. I love the big guy. Can I Amazon. Amazon. I got it from Amazon. No, but you know how you go and you Google something? Like me, I'll Google a number and shit. But that's when people were, when this first started, they were like, you should try it out. Don't be so against it. So I did. And it was saying all this shit, and I was just like, what the fuck is it talking about? So I asked my doctor. He was like, girl, ain't nothing wrong with you. Stop listening to that computer. And that computer, too, it knows. It doesn't have any emotion, but it knows how to give you exactly what you want. Okay? Or tell you what you want. You know this chat is not like Siri. Siri be talking shit. You ever notice Siri or what was the other one? The Alexa? She'll talk shit back to you. The chat will tell you everything sweet. It don't ever tell you wrong. It try to make it condition the fuck out of you to the point where you keep coming back and then you don't want to interact with people no more. And then everything is chat, 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 chat. You know? Hi, Ann. That's exactly how your day gonna be. Thank you, love, Heidi. Heidi always talking about my hair. Mike Brown. Mike, don't come in here with your fuck shit. I'm trying to tell you. Okay, I'm trying to tell you. Well, most of us people, we started with the Bible. That's why we're here now. Okay? Don't start. Your gut will tell you when and when not to go. But y'all don't be listening. Y'all just be so... Y'all just have to do the shit. Y'all just have to do. You ever notice when you were younger and your parents told you don't go to that party or don't do this and something ended up happening? Yeah. And you fucking knew it. But just because you had to go, you just wanted to be on the fucking scene. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right, Brandon. Talking about just joking. You playing with yourself, love. I'm trying to tell you. Because it does something to your mind. All of them did. That was the first thing. Once they got it, they just knew. And you remember all they were spewing on the TV, how many people were going. They remember when they had trucks in New York. Was it New York and Harlem? And the images they were putting out. Not realizing all of that shit was staged. The trucks. They had trailers and they talking about they were loading bodies. It was all mental work. And if you was not strong-willed and tapped in, child, you were gonna fall for it every time. Fell for it. When the pandemic happened, I was good. Me and my baby did not take it. And I noticed everybody who did take it was sick. Tell me I'm lying. Everybody, people are just now starting to get back in their own frequency. But a lot of those people were sick. A lot of them, like constantly coughing, constantly just getting different ailments. It was just like, why is it that you can't get rid of that cough? Tell me I'm lying. Exactly. It knows what you want to hear. Yeah. I stopped fucking with chat. Yeah, look, not for you. I told you. Once my doctor said stop, and that was like last year sometime, I don't be on Chat GPT. Okay? All right, let's get one of these. Is this... Okay. Let's go. Thank you for the likes, guys. Ooh. Go the distance. Yeah. So we have 40, 14, and 47. So 444 with the 17, wish fulfillment. You guys are in full alignment to be able to get this. Yeah, it's time to be fair to yourself. Okay? Truth be told. You know what you're deserving of. Okay? You know what you're deserving of. And certain times you meet certain people who are going to cause certain things to occur, but you have to look at how far you played into it. You saw the signs, you knew what it was, but you just was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to just try it anyway. And a lot of it was out of survival. And once you stop living out of that, release the fear, and start trusting yourself, come back and tell me how your life has been. Come back and tell me how your life has been. People hear certain stuff. They hear food shortage. Automatically they panic. Oh my God. And they already send an energy signature to their body that something is wrong. So every time it's time to eat, or every time they see food on TV, or every time they go to the store, it's like they're telling their body that they're lacking something or they're losing something. Okay? I'm trying to tell you, yeah. That shit is crazy. I had a dream this morning too. I had a couple of dreams. It was just, it was a lot. It was a lot going on. Yeah. It's a lot going on. You know what's so crazy? I don't know if this is going to be like a world event or something, but I saw a plane. It was a big plane too. And it was like a whole bunch of people were rushing on the plane. And I'm watching them and I'm like, where are they about to go? And then I saw the plane. You know how the plane has to go like this and then go up? It's like the plane it just went up. And then it came down. And then it went up. And then it was on its back. And it was like just going up. So I don't know what the fuck is happening. But just keep a lookout. I thought it was very strange. So I don't know if this was you guys' energy just all over the place. And y'all finally gaining some type of control. Y'all changing y'all perspective. Y'all just looking at things differently. You're causing this abrupt change. You know what I'm saying? So, but the plane, it wasn't spiraling though. That was the only thing. It went up, came down, went up, turned over, and it went back up. So I don't know if this is just your energy, but like I told you with the whole heat wave, then fucking flash flood, and then next week gonna be a heat wave. I don't know if since they turned that fucking machine off, that shit is just wigging out. They're losing control. You know what it's giving me? Doctor Strange, bitch. And you know what I wanted to come on here and tell y'all. Remember how when he kept going to those different universes, it kept altering the timeline? Remember when he got to the timeline when the woman he wanted to be with, she was the doctor and she had both of them in the cage. The girl, she was the one who was able to, I think, kill timelines or something. So they were trying to kill her. Remember when he got there and she was like, this timeline is 638. How do we know all those numbers we see? Like how with the 441, they're not codes. They're not timelines that we're supposed to be on. It's not a frequency. It's actually a portal number, a gate number, to say the least. You know? Because I was watching Doctor Strange and this is what it's giving. Because remember when she, what did she do? When she opened up that last portal, remember she said she didn't know how to close them. She couldn't open them, but she couldn't close them. So how do we know that there's not some type of significance with that movie? And that's why they tried to turn off that thing, because shit is getting out of control. And remember, for every timeline she went to, she fucked up the energy signature. Okay? And maybe while we keep seeing repetitive numbers, maybe those are the timelines we keep jumping in and out of. We just think it's like a frequency, but it's actually a gate. You know? But we don't know how to, we don't really know how deep the shit goes. So we can't really, maybe that's the timeline we just keep jumping out of, and we don't even know it. We're just It's just happening simultaneously. You know, if it makes sense. That's what I'm thinking. And it says go the distance, and you see, it's like every time you try to do something, something changes. And look, it looks like he's dissolving. Right? Can y'all see it? So how do we know? You know what I'm saying? And remember, oh my God, it's so hard to explain it. Because I don't really know all the terminologies to make y'all understand what I'm seeing. But even remember in the one, remember that dude, it wasn't Jackie Chan, it was the other one, the other guy. And remember, he was going from different timelines and KILLNING in himself so he can get the ultimate power. How do we know that's not what they're trying to do? But they fucking with us in the process. Because you ever notice how you see somebody, you be like, damn, she looked just like me. Or they'll be like, oh, I saw your twin. And you're like, what? So how do we know they're just not fucking up the timeline? Because they're trying to have some type of ultimate power, but they keep doing this to gain some type of control, like real control. Because remember when they threw him in the jail, where what was, I don't even know, but remember when they threw him in that jail and he climbed all the way up to the top? He was very powerful because it was him and another one out of all those fucking universes. It was just two of them. Okay, instead of multiples of them. So he was very strong. So he was fucking kicking their ass. He was fucking them up in that jail. And it was like water under the bridge. He didn't care. He was like, I could do this shit all day. So how do we know that's not what they're doing? But in the process, they fucking with us. Which we know this. But it's like, I don't think they predicted that we would get hip to it, or certain people wouldn't, because if they're doing some shit like Doctor Strange or the One, because don't you notice how some people, they just seem like they're so untouchable, and it's like, how, if they haven't already tapped into some shit like this? And maybe I am saying too much, but it's all speculation. Allegedly, right? And then it's like for every portal they open, they help us merge with another version of ourselves. You know? Just a thought. But, yeah. Some of you guys are ready to go the distance. Like I said, to see what's out there for you. You want this milk and honey. And you want it now. Okay? Look at this shit. Look at this. Y'all want it now. And I just took it off the top. Y'all ready to go for it. All that facade and that fakery and all of that shit, I feel like y'all done with it. The true ones who really want to upgrade and elevate, yeah. It's no more sleeping on yourself. No more allowing others to dictate your future or sway you out of your abundance or make you feel like something you're very passionate about is wrong, or why would you want to do that? Stop allowing people to mind fuck you, to say the least. Good afternoon. Oh, Marino, how is it going? How's your baby mama? Did you find a job yesterday? What's a bad sign, Dimitri? I told you my dream. I did. I told you the dream. That's what I saw. You know? But the way I interpret it, I just figured that you guys are just in some type of paradigm shift. I feel like you're the one who's controlling the plane. And maybe that's how it was for you for a while. When, you know, because a plane is supposed to fly upright. Okay? But there could have been a recent stunt, or, you know, maybe you're realizing that this plane can do all these tricks. You are very adaptable. You know what I'm saying? You can alter and move and do different things. You don't have to do everything people tell you to do. You don't have to fly on the up and up, or you know what I'm saying? You can twist and turn and loop de loop and go all around, or do whatever it is that you want to do, how you want to do it. You know? So I could interpret the plane dream any which way. It could just be a plane that's, it could be just a lot of people who are having a lot of uncertainty at this time, Maybe their life is in shambles. Things are going out of control. Remember, like how I have this platform, it could just be you guys' energy I'm picking up, because there's multiple people who come across and watch the videos. They might not subscribe, but like they said, we're all intertwined, My dreams come all different which ways. I done seen something on, what did I see? And I said, I'm going to tell you guys. I didn't write it down, but hopefully I remember. But I saw it on YouTube. And I was just like, I called that 2 days ago. What was it? And I said, I spoke on that 2 days ago. Was it the, I don't remember. But I said something. And then it came across the timeline, and it was like 14 hours ago. And I'm like, shit. I just spoke on that 2 days ago. But I don't remember. There's too much stuff to try to even remember, Some of you guys could be 47. Let's go. What y'all saying? And Demetria, if you take it as a bad sign, you already putting it out there for your timeline. I didn't take it as a bad dream. I just took it. I could read it all which ways. I just read it like the energy is just all over the place right now, especially with the heat wave, then the storms. Heat wave, then the storms. And they only do the shit in the summertime, when they know people trying to be outside, especially after being in a house after a long winter. Come on now. Nobody want to deal with that. And they was fucking up some shit and fucking with some shit when people were telling us last year there was fucking mounts and mounts of fucking snow in Atlanta and fucking Texas. It's snowing in Texas. Like, how, Sway? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? They fucking with some shit, or something is just out of control. Because a lot of you guys are no longer running off of fear. And remember Monsters, Inc.? Those kids' screams were very powerful. But when that little girl started giggling in that house, that shit shut down the whole grid. Okay, so when you're happy, it's a way different energy signature. And when they have to keep you in fear. They don't want you to be happy, because you could really light some shit up. Go watch that movie Monsters, Inc. That's a perfect example of an energy exchange. And how they siphon energy. That's why they always have black people on here, like Killing, and not just black people, majority, because they know how we feel. We feel a lot of things, honey. I'm trying to tell you. I'll search if you are right. When a plane flips upside down, it's about weather conditions. Okay. And that's what I just said. I just said that. I took it as the energy with the storms and the heat wave. The storms and the heat wave. And if a plane is supposed to, remember, you are basically at your highest altitude. Call it your higher self if you want to. Okay? When you're up high, that's when you have your best information. You get the best sleep. You can see very clear. You're tapped in. When you're on a plane, don't you notice certain things just come to you because you are at your highest point. Your mind is clear. So if you want to do it on a spiritual level, your energy is all over the place. Yeah, Dimitri, search it. Don't just take what I said. I'm just telling you what I dreamt and how I felt. I know. Yeah. Yeah, fear. Once you release that fear, I'm telling you, try that shit for a week. Even if you see yourself going into the energy like, oh my God, just calm down. Be like, calm down, bitch. That's how I talk to myself. And I know I'm saying bitch, but it's just, I'm going to speak better. I'll be like, calm down, girl. Calm down. Calm down. You good? Why is you, what are you scared of? What's wrong? What's happening? And talk to yourself. You are your best counsel. Good. Did you find a job, Marino? We're not doing that today, Marino. The universe has a job for you that you need to go and find. Snowing in Montana. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Oh, thanks, love. Oh, okay. Thanks, Dimitri. Yeah. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers want to strip you of your ranking. And the best way to do it is alter how you think. Because you know how it is. You're in wintertime, you're used to it. Just, like your mind is already set up like, okay, it's going to be cold today. So possibility of snow, it's expected. But when you have this heat wave, you might have expected a heat wave, but your mind, it's already setting you up for failure. Like, oh my God, it's gonna be 99. Oh my God, my skin is gonna, like, your brain goes so many different places, and so it's subconsciously. Okay, and as adults, it's not us, it's your inner child. When you work on that inner child, because kids, that's why they tell you can't tell kids certain stuff, because it will scare them. And it's the same thing with us, especially when you haven't done your work. Your inner child will be out here like, most of us will be like, bitch. That's why so many different people have so many different experiences, and we're all watching the same thing. Think about it. You ever notice that? Everybody has a different perspective on a certain individual situation. Like how I said I got the plane. Somebody else would interpret it a completely different way for them. You understand? So it's that inner child. I've noticed that. I speak to people's inner child. Because the first thing people will say is, how did you know that? When I was younger, I did that. And I'll be like, oh, for real? And a lot of us, we be trying to figure out, like, why the fuck, I'm still thinking about him, or I still like her, or whatever. It's your inner child. They like each other. Okay? That's what it is. And this shit goes so deep and it's so crazy, because you could even tell, like, think about it. If you have nieces and nephews and cousins or whatever, or even your children, you tell them, like, leave that person alone, X, Y, and Z. They be like, but I like him. And you be like, oh, okay. So it's the same thing with you. It's your inner child. Yeah. It's just my perspective. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, Dimitri. Yes. But sometimes you have to do the footwork too. You have to go out and put yourself in the position to be able to get those opportunities. So if you want a job, fill out some application and still go out or listen to those little subtle nudges, like go outside. Or you ever notice how sometimes you'll be in the house and then you just want to get up and go empty the garbage, and then you'll see like something fucking random, or you know what I'm saying, or you'll hear something and you be like, what's the fucking odds that I come out here right when this shit going on, or you see like a blue jay or a cardinal, That's those little subtle nudges for you to get up and go get those opportunities. Career reading. You guys are men, right? I'm going to do a divine masculine. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I was supposed to do it yesterday afternoon, but I had a lot of orders. And I was tired. When I came on, I was talking to y'all. I was so damn tired. I had to order my baby pizza. Where is this idiot? I don't know what you're talking about, human. Exactly. I'm still in search. Okay, good. They are making bait and switch scams last time and insult them and left. Yeah. Go find you a job, though. Go. Don't they have jobs at the supermarket? Delivery service. There's something you can do. Cut somebody grass. Okay? Something. There should be some resources where you are for you to be able to tap in. And it might not be what you want to do, but do what you can until you can do better. Because you need to accumulate something. That baby gonna need milk, Pampers, wipes. Baby gonna need a lot. Okay? And there should be no excuse, because if y'all could be out here fucking and sucking and doing all that other extracurricular activities, there should be no excuse for you to find you a position or a job. I'm not the one to come on here and talk about, because I'm going to read you. Okay? There's no reason you should be fucking and sucking and doing all of that and you ain't got no job or no means of income. Okay? Yeah. I'm not that girl. I'm not going to be like, oh, no. Get your ass up. Go find you something to do. Okay? Oh, I know that's right. I think my daughter wanted to be an engineer. She is so amazing. That's what's up. You must could find something, Dimitri. You must could find something. Something. Okay? Maybe you need to try to get a law passed to better help the community. Okay? All right now. Get more jobs somewhere. But let's go. Let's see what else. This could even, you guys could pray to Archangel Metatron to help you rewrite your story, show you different things, help you tap more in your heart space. Okay? Build stronger connection. And some of y'all have gone the distance and y'all have made it. Look, I didn't even realize the flag was there. You made it. Even when you could have lost yourself, you still made it to the finish line. Look at that. So, yeah. Keep going. 17. And didn't I say that? 444 with the 1 and the 7. 17. Your wish fulfillment is here. Okay? Things are being granted to you. They might not be coming in at the pace that you want, but they're going to be right on time. Trust me when I... Look at that. Trust me when I tell you. It's going to be so unexpected. You just have to change the way you are perceiving certain things. Yeah. I will have to do a past life reading for you, Maurino. Okay? And I don't have those cards in here. You got to email me, Marino. Email me. What else? I'm hearing what's her name when she said, tell me something good. Who was that? Samantha? She was like, tell me something good. Tell me that you love me. Yeah. Some of y'all could be getting some type of unexpected money from the courts. Something could have happened on March 17th. That's St. Patrick's Day. Some of y'all could have decided to make some type of move. You know? Oh, Shaka Khan. Okay. Thank you, love. But yeah, something could have happened on March 14th, March 4th. This could be your birthday, March 5th, March 11th. Something could have happened in March. That could have been a shift. And remember, that's the real new year. So, you guys could have did something differently. Yeah. You guys got tired of feeling like this or being left out or abandoned. You could have lost your job and completely changed the course of direction or change your mindset when it came to this. Okay? You guys could have even been like battling some type of case. This could have been a divorce. Maybe you didn't want it at first, yeah. But you just decided to let something go and go in a completely different direction. Yeah. You could have realized something was a facade, male or female. A connection you were in was going, it was a dead end. This could even been a job. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you about to receive something. And it's 17 here, 37, 47. So something could have ended recently. With this 10 here, something could have ended recently. I feel like you've learned some type of lesson. You could even went back to school. This could even be like some type of government assistant. Or maybe you went and did something officially to like, even if this is like start a business. You know how sometimes you'll be doing something, but you don't have a trademark. It's not copyright. You don't have a license. You don't have an article of formation. You don't have any of that. So I feel like some of y'all could have done this or taken something more seriously. This is even a marriage, making something official. Okay? Yeah. This courtroom here. Look, this could have been you guys just starting a business or needing to, because there are way more benefits if you have your paperwork. You know what I'm saying? That LLC or that corporation or something going the distance here. You could even be going into business with somebody. That could be that new chapter. Okay, yeah. Filing paperwork. I'm hearing somebody say it's nothing like finding somebody in your older age, because you don't care what people think anymore. You're just really living for you. You know? Are you or bring it to me? What? Okay. As if you are with me. Haha, how do you know all of that? That's a damn true. Yeah. So maybe it's time for y'all to make something official. Start something for yourself. Stop always outsourcing and working for other people. Busting your ass for other people when you could be doing the same thing for you. And everybody think that they don't have enough and they have nowhere to start. You have social media. And I told y'all this 2 readings ago. You don't need no money. All you need is a smile and a vibe. And a phone. With a camera. And a Gmail or an email or whatever. And you can start showing your stuff. Your cooking tutorials. Whether with the engineer, your building tutorials. I saw this lady who said that she went from teaching 5 people to now teaching millions math. So there's no reason or ever for you to say you didn't know or you couldn't find out or fucking excuses, because there's so much shit here. TikTok is a whole world within itself. They got mom talk, coffee talk, spiritual talk, Christian talk. They have every talk that you could possibly need. Okay, math talk, reading talk, spiritual talk. Like, there's no reason for you to be like you cannot know. You don't have the information. TikTok is like the new library, okay? Universal library. Anything you want to find out. There's a guy on there who's a dad, and he said a lot of kids didn't have the opportunity to grow up with a dad. So he's here to encourage you. He teach them how to tie a tie, change a tire. He teach them all things dads would want to, kids would need to know. So you can't tell me, Marino or Dimitri, that find something to do. Okay? Find something to do. You could go on TikTok and ask your girlfriend, the Marino, if she wants to start the journey for the baby. Let's make a TikTok and show them our journey. We're 6 months in. We got 3 more months. Show them the process. People love that. People will, especially people who don't have babies. They want to see that. Look at you know who I'm seeing? The Manzies. That doctor and the photographer. I think he's Korean and she's from Nigeria or something. And they have about 9 kids. And they do all sorts of stuff. She had her last baby on live, bitch. Like, we seen the baby come out of her cootie cat. And I'm not saying be that extreme, but there's too many things out here you can do, you know? And I'm not saying just to do it for clicks and views, but we need to start building a digital blueprint for our families. Because what I've noticed, we don't have any time capsules. Okay? Especially as black folk, we have no time capsules. Especially our parents. They couldn't tell you who was born. Some of them. I know for my Caribbean people, they don't know anything. Okay? We couldn't tell you who this was. I mean, some could tell you, but there's no family tree. No history to say, oh, that's my auntie over there. You know how I think it's 23 of us. My mom's sister and auntie them is 23, and I think it's like 8 sets of twins. That's a lot of motherfuckers. For y'all not to know nothing, nada. And then not to mention if my grandfather was outsourcing with extracurricular activities. So we just out here not knowing nothing. Start there. Get you a fucking notebook. Okay? Get you a notebook. Start writing about your lineage. Write down everybody you can remember. Start somewhere. You got to do something. You can't just not do anything. Start a fucking garden. Go get you some seeds. Plant you a garden. Where he said he's in Nigeria. You better tap in. You better tap in. Yeah. You thinking about all the wrong things, Marino. You need to be thinking about how you can make a little garden for your baby. Build the baby a fucking, start building some shit and put it online. And I done seen people over in, I don't even know where these people are. And they cooking outside. They going to the water, fishing, getting their shit and cooking outside. And they don't have no stove. They got literally wood and a fucking pot. And they in the bush somewhere, kicking it. I done seen this girl build a whole underground fortress for herself with her fucking hands. Just digging out mud. Digging out mud. She got a stick. I don't want to hear it, Marino. I don't want to hear it. I'm not that girl. I'm going to give it to you straight. You better tap the fuck in. Listen, if I didn't have my baby here, I would be all over somebody's countries. You hear me? All over the earth. You hear me? I'm trying to get him to really, like, do some homeschooling so we could really hit the town. But homeboy, oh, I don't want to leave my friends. And you're like, oh. Okay, whatever. So, let's continue on. What? Please don't forget to... Yeah, if you email me, I'll email you back. No, I'm not saying to beg for money, Dimitri. I'm telling you, if you want to learn different information, there's people out there who's telling you how to apply for grants. There's people telling you how to, you know, what jobs are hiring. There's people out there just doing... I'm saying to go on there for inspiration, not to beg for money. You know? We're supposed to be attracting, not begging. You're an engineer. Go on there and teach some classes about what engineers do. Where to start. How to start. Okay? It's like if you a tattoo artist. Teach them how to start the sketch. What are the steps that they need to do? You're going to need ink. You're going to need to sanitizer. You're going to need gloves. This is the steps on how to do it. It's just like me. I know how to cook. How you going to make spaghetti? Put your water on the pot. Half a pot of water. Okay? You're going to put a little salt in there in the water. Let it come to a boil. Bring it down. Depending on what kind of noodles you have, you're going to let that shit boil for 11 to 12 minutes. Consistently stirring it. Okay? Consistently stirring it. Drain your water. You can rinse it with a little cold water if you want, just to hold the noodle, or you know what I'm saying? Start there. You a whole fucking engineer. Teach me some shit. Okay? I wish that I knew the stuff that I knew now, and I wasn't so like in my ways, because I could have done so much more, and I still can, but my body is not set up for that. You know, I would love to go build a fucking house. Bitch, I got a bad back. I can't do that no more. But I can, you know what I'm saying, help, or I can draw the shit out, or I can do the research in order to figure out how I can buy a piece of land for somebody else to build it. My daughter, she, you know, she's into the whole engineering stuff. She can draw her ass off. My baby, he can draw. So it's like, you got too many skills and resources out here for you not to be able to cultivate some type of stream of income. I'm just saying. A whole engineer? You got the wrong one. This ain't the channel, because I ain't going to be like, oh, Dimitri. No, I'm going to be like, get your fucking ass up. Get the fuck off of here. Go make you a YouTube. Make you a TikTok. And do that video and show these people how to engineer some shit. I don't know what they do. You know what I'm saying? Unless you lying and you're not really an engineer, but you better tap in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that girl. I'm not going to sugarcoat the shit. I'm going to be like, okay, stop crying about the fucking problem. How we going to figure it out? Okay, you have a bruise on your foot. You going to sit there and say, oh, I'm in pain. I'm in pain. No, bitch. Get you some gauze. Get you some peroxide. Wipe that shit up. Get you a Band-Aid and cover it up. Get you a Motrin, or go drink your ass some tea. Put your foot up or something. But we not about to sit here and, oh, the pain. Oh, the pain. Do something. Okay? I'm an Earth sign mother. I'm not that one. I'm not the one, honey. I'll be looking at you like, if you don't get the fuck out my face. You don't get the fuck out my face with the bullshit. Hey, Simone. No, you should. I lie, laugh out loud. You can discover it from the cards. Yeah, you ain't no fucking engineer. You better go out there and do something. Somebody pregnant in here. Somebody needs to confess about being pregnant. Somebody could have even took a gamble and went and slept with somebody, and now they possibly don't know who the fucking father is. So somebody could have even got distant on y'all because they're pregnant. Okay, they're pregnant. And they don't know who the father is. That's crazy work. Yeah. Mercury retrograde. So somebody could be coming back to tell some of y'all that. 23:32 on the clock. All right, let's move on. Let me stop messing with y'all. Gold digger. They want your money being used. Yeah, and this is what could have threw you into this challenge here. With this connection and the gift, you could have been a people pleaser. You could have overgave. You could have even got with somebody who, you know, wanted you to go the distance, but didn't care if they ran you down in the ground or your health. So this could be some of you guys leaving somebody behind. And I said this with the whole judicial. You could be getting a divorce. Either you're getting a divorce or you're going into a marriage. Yeah, something could have been very challenging. What's this gold digger? Open your heart. Yes. All right. It will help you attract more love. Yeah. So somebody could have been in this energy, like I said, of survival. What they couldn't get, what they can receive. Somebody could have even married somebody for finances. With the gift here, with the judicial system, But somebody probably didn't realize that somebody can see them for who they were, especially with this fakeness here. Somebody could have realized early on that somebody was not their piece and got distant from them. But a baby could have got involved. Yeah, somebody could be watching, lurking, and spying. What's this gold digger with open your heart? Some of you guys could be archaeologists. What was that I saw? And I said, I gotta tell the collective I saw it. Gambling. What was it? What was it? You know what I did see? I'm seeing two things, and I don't know if I said anything about this, but I think I did say this, though. I don't remember the full context of how I said it, but I've seen something where the whole police station got fired because they broke into the evidence locker. How? How the fuck did they get past all of y'all to be able to get access to that? And I said this, I said somebody got access to something they should have never even had the opportunity to get to. And remember I said something about in-house? They just recently went online and said they fired a whole police station. How the fuck do you fire a whole police station? Tell me. And then I seen something else about I don't know if I don't know. I don't remember, but I seen something about somebody is suing someone for some type of architecture, something fine. They could have found like some gold nuggets or gold somewhere, and the people who found it are suing the archaeologist foundation or federation or whatever the fuck they call it, child. I don't know. You know? But it's like, how the fuck are you gonna sue somebody? Like, how do y'all feel like y'all have rights to something that ain't even yours? Just because you found it, that don't mean the shit is yours. You see what I'm saying? And I believe I had told y'all on my old channel that there is some type of artifact or treasure of some sort that only belongs to a certain bloodline. And if it's not in the hands of that bloodline and it's in the hands of anybody else, it will be cursed and it will cause nothing but destruction for anyone it comes across that is not of the lineage. So put that shit where it fit, child. I know, and I said that yesterday. I said some of y'all working, busting y'all ass for certain degrees, and y'all not even using it. You're going back to do something that you wanted to do when you were a little child, but because of life and people, it altered your course. So you went into school, paid all this money just to do something that was somebody else's dream that you didn't really want to do, but you didn't have the balls to stand up and say you didn't want to do it or disappoint. So now you wasted all this money to go get a degree that you're not even using just to go back and do something that you wanted to do when you were a kid. Tap in. I said this yesterday. Go watch the video. So something about a gold digger. Somebody just wants y'all money. And we keep getting this. Let me put these fucking cards down. Where are those other cards I brought in here? Well, some of y'all have. This is what you've been doing. You're done gambling with your heart. You're done allowing certain people to come into your space that you know are not energetically synced with your, you know, what you got going on. Yeah. Especially when you worked hard for something and then you allow a fucking buster, yeah, to come in and break you. It's just insane. Yeah, Page of Cups. Some of y'all could be getting the proof of this, or you're starting to realize, and this is what you've been realizing, that you've been in connections that it was only feeding the person. It wasn't feeding you at all. It was just more so taking from you, altering your signature. Yeah, look. Told you. Realizing you were the abundant one, putting other people on a pedestal instead of putting yourself on a pedestal. And I'm not saying it in no egotistical way, but a lot of us tend to give motherfuckers more praise than they deserve. And I always say this, a lot of motherfuckers is walking around here like they a glass of champagne, but they are a warm glass of piss. Okay? I'm trying to tell you. For real. You don't work and intertwine with the wrong people, merge and mixed and mingle and cross-contaminated with some shit that you should have fucking looked at and kept on going. Okay? You shouldn't even had stopped. Okay? I'm trying to tell you. And when y'all start putting yourself back on that pedestal and start clearing off that altar or wall of fucking shame, because that's what it is, clear off all the wall of disappointments and, you know, people pleasing and trauma bonds and self-sabotage, low self-esteem. When you clear that wall off, repaint that bitch, throw a nice vase up there with some flowers, throw a picture or a painting next to it, and then put yourself right in the middle, then you're able to see everything and everyone and what you need to trash, what needs to be dust off and repurposed, what needs to be donated, and what just needs to go to the fucking garbage. Okay? And start there. I'm not that reader, yo. I'm not the fucking reader. I'm gonna give it to you straight. Okay? Let go of all that fucking burden, garbage, dust, and muck and guck. Yeah, so you could really be out here winning and living. 2233. Y'all better tap in. All right, let's go. What else? What's this gold digger? Matter of fact, let's just spread it out a little bit and see how all the energies intertwine. We got the connection here, the go the distance. And then we have the gold digger gambling. Some of you guys could have recently opened your heart to someone or was going the distance for this individual, and they threw you into like some type of poverty because they always had their hand out. You was always pouring in. It was never equal reciprocity. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Look, Eight of Swords. Always pouring into someone and they were never pouring back into you. Those days are long gone and done. You realized it, yeah. What's this connection? Caring connection? Let me cut it. I heard you need to cut it. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. I told you. Somebody feel like a clown. Or you're no more looking foolish. Somebody could have been crying to the point where their nose, like their whole face could turn red, especially their nose. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody was out here getting dirty, murkying up their energy with people who were just trying to drag them down. Didn't really want to see them elevate. Okay? Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. Being more realistic, like I said. What's this caring connection? Come on, tap me in, y'all. 24 in here, and I only got 33 likes. And the chat just went down to 9. So I know this is new people, so tap in. Yeah, something is over with the connection. Either you're going into a connection or you're leaving one, but I feel like you're having the strength to put you first and close whatever this is out. I told you it's a new chapter, especially with Archangel Metatron here. Yeah, new notebook, new everything. Saturn, yeah, completion and beautiful beginnings. Yep. Seven of Swords. Somebody could have lied to you out of ego. Okay. This could even been like love bombing type energy. What is this world card with this caring connection? Ooh, too much. I think that was the King of Swords. Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Receiving, giving, and balance. I'm trying to tell you, equal reciprocity with the Three of Pentacles. This is you going into a new cycle where you have like a helpmate. Okay? I told you this. No more competition, no more competing with a lover. It's like it has to be equally yoked. So you guys could be ending out a connection to go into a new connection. This is absolutely beautiful. Writing and starting a new chapter. Leaving someone behind. Even starting a business with someone. Okay? You could be planning this. Planning to team up with someone. Or this is what you are manifesting here. Okay? You could be writing this into fruition with the Six of Wands. You could be getting a lot of recognition with the Three of Cups. And going out, having more fun, and meeting people. Like I said in the beginning, I said all of this, and I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Okay? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That was the past. Yeah, you had to end that out. I said it with the judicial system here, with the poverty and the gift. It's like they always wanted for you to pour out, shortchange. But yeah, never wanted to pour back in 10 of Swords. So you had to end something. And that's probably what shifted the whole dynamic. And it might have been a roller coaster. It might have felt like shit was all over the place. And there was a lot of uncertainty. But once you went the distance, you realize it's no more gambling and playing with yourself. It's only up and stuck from here. What's this gold digger opening your heart and gambling? What is this reminding me of? The cards, the sound of the cards. 10 of Pentacles, yeah. And it wanted to come in the reverse. 10-10. So this is a family dynamic you could have closed out. Okay? Maybe somebody knew you came into some type of inheritance. Or this could even been family. Seeing you very successful. And they thought they were going to be able to, you know, play on your energy to be able to feed their addictions. Consistently pour out if this is not like a lover. But just connections. It said caring connections. Yeah. You could realize these people, you were open to people who are constantly taking from you and not feeding you. What's this going the distance? Yeah. Your finances could have been messed up due to this family here. Two of Pentacles. Yeah. Making a choice. Making a choice and choosing you. No longer making yourself an option or up for any type of negotiation. And we do that. We put ourselves last. People pleasing type energy. Going the distance for ourselves instead of people. Yeah. Options, imbalance, negotiation. I told you. Yeah. With this Jupiter energy, Capricorn energy, no more. Yeah, Ace of Swords. You could be an emperor. All right. What is this poverty with adjudication and gift? Somebody, you could have even had to take somebody to court and they got to pay you with this gift here. This could even been like an illegal eviction or false firing from a job. Okay, you could have sued somebody for back pay. All right. You could have even had to sue somebody for like a civil court judgment. I'm trying to tell you. And with that whole confession, yeah, you might have had to all testify against somebody. Somebody definitely had some type of awakening, a pause and review. This is like an investigation. What's this judgment? And remember how I told Asia when she came here and she was telling me about those guys? I said one little piece of information could open up a whole can of worms that, you know what I'm saying? But just because you spoke up on said something. Yeah, this could be a judgment with there goes an eye. This is like somebody who watched you struggle too. I don't know if y'all gonna see it, but I see things differently. You see that eye right there? Somebody watched you go through this. This could even have been a plan. And now the law is involved with the adjudication. So somebody had to give you. This could even been somebody who stole an inheritance from you with this 10 of Pentacles here. You know, what's this judgment? This is so fucked up. And you see, you'll be able to appreciate this money a little bit more, especially when you're on your healing journey. Okay? And money won't even be a factor to you like that, to the point where you'll just keep accumulating it. Because when you don't care about it, or you just, you know, be real delusional about it, it seems like you always have. But when you're stuck on it and you can't figure out how you're going to get it, that's when it seems like it's a further distance from you. You know the saying? When you chase, they run, and when you stop running, they start chasing. It's like a magnet, a repellent, you know? So you could have just accepted some shit like, yeah, this is what it is. I'm going to figure out how I can make it better. And that's shifted the whole dynamic. You ever notice how sometimes they'll, like, you'll apply for something and they'll tell you like, oh, this and this and this and this and that. And you're just like, you know what, whatever. And then they'll call you back 2 days later and say, oh, well, I looked further into it and I didn't realize that X, Y, and Z. If you could just send me in that paperwork, I could put your shit through. And you're like, holy shit. But if you would have went against the energy, that's when it would have been like further out, you know? That's just how I look at stuff. What's this judgment? That's why I'm telling Marino, like, don't, you too focused on what's next and what's next. You need to focus on right now and what you can do today. Not tomorrow or not back then. Like, focus on right now. The baby ain't come yet. Focus on right now. Same thing with Dimitri. Okay, yeah, they scammed you. Yeah, they did whatever they did. Okay, well, what steps you gonna take to make it better? Yeah, look, Ace of Swords with the 9 of Pentacles. You have to get more independent. Saturn is here to teach you lessons on how to stabilize yourself. You could have a South Node in Cancer, and your North Node is in Capricorn, where you need to build some type of foundation for yourself. You know? What's not working? This is the judgment here. The truth is something about your independence. Or you're going to get some type of victory. Yeah, because you made a clear decision, spoke your truth to do something on your own, or be more disciplined, or be more self-reliant. Stop relying on other people so much, because they will disappoint every time, because you have too many expectations. You cannot expect anybody to do anything for you. Okay? Nobody don't owe you a motherfucking thing. No one. You owe it to yourself to get your ass up and do what you need to do for yourself. And that's how you start attracting. When you start focusing on you and what you can change, You can't change nobody else. You can't make nobody do nothing. You have to be the example, and then they will follow if they choose to. If not, there's nothing you could do. That's why if you have kids, you could tell them a million different fucking ways. They're not going to listen. They're going to do what they want to do. Or they'll wait for somebody else to say it online for them to be like, oh, it's crazy because you know what I heard? And you and the other parent or you and the other adult be like, we've been preaching this same shit 100 years now. And you ain't. But because you said it, it was a problem, you know? So it's all about the person. Okay? What else? We don't have to clarify nothing else. We got the judgment here. You had to call judgment on yourself. You could have even had an awakening that this is what you need to do. Okay? Or you could have just had to accept the fact, like, this is what it is. I want this 10 of Pentacles. Maybe you were the fucking gold digger. And you needed to just open up your heart a little bit more and stop playing with people's feelings for you to acquire this 10 of Pentacles. Because remember, with the Saturn here, you're going to get what you put out back. So a lot of y'all might be going through some things right now and wanting a new chapter, but you still got to face that karma, you know? Yeah. Twin flame, 4 of wands. Y'all could be in a twin flame connection. I'm going to close this out. Let's get some of these. You know what? Let me clarify this 10 of Pentacles. What's this 10 of Pentacles? Because that's the only one. And I didn't clarify the 2 of Pentacles, but that was pretty clear. What's this 10 of Pentacles with the gold digger and open your heart and gambling? And you could have even got a whole bunch of money and squandered that shit off on bitches and niggas who you knew was only here for what they can receive. But you were just so caught up. You wasn't caring, willy-nilly out here. And now you in poverty. You're broke. And where are all those people that you poured into? Gone. I cannot make it up. So you could have came into a whole inheritance and they were only around because they knew that's what you came into. And once the money dried up, you saw everybody for who they were. They left all the masks at the door that you bought. That's how it go. What's this 10 of Pentacles for the gold digger? Because I didn't clarify it. 5 of fucking swords. I cannot make it up. Yep. And that shit just left you bitter. Bitter and mad. Constantly fighting against the energy. Feeling defeated. Okay? And I came in here and I said, when you pour hot water on ice, it makes a gas. And it's like you fueled all of it. You fueled the disaster and the destruction in your life. All because you didn't listen to yourself. Divine masculine. Knight of Swords. Very ambitious, very action oriented, but didn't plan properly. And allow temptation and greed and gluttony and all the things of lack ruin you. Yeah. Yep. Now you the only one drifting. Masculine or feminine. Yeah, Ace of Wands. Trying to find your footing again. Trying to figure out how you can, you know, start over. But it's here. You got to work with that Capricorn energy. Learn those lessons. Heal those Pluto wounding. When it comes to money or some type of independence. Some of y'all too. Y'all, I'm not going to keep saying it. Yeah. Stop getting with people for what they have, whether male or female. Stop looking to everybody else. It's always somebody else's fault. Always fighting. Always argumentative, blaming family or the lack thereof of family or the lack of finances or poverty-stricken ideologies, and just low fucking vibrational. For me to say the whole thing, like, there's no reason why y'all should be fucking and sucking and doing all this stuff and you ain't got no job. There should never be any leisure before your business. Period. No reason you should be kicking it and having fucking fun and lollygagging and doing all this stuff and you ain't got no motherfucking money. I can't even help you understand it. Or putting yourself into the position where, you know, opportunities are at hand. Especially if you're a hardworking person. You could even be at a temp position. Everybody else is there on contract as well. But it's just something about you, something about your energy that will have that boss come to you and say, yo, Bobby Billy Bo, you think you would want this position? Or, you know, I have another site where I feel like you would be a good supervisor. And instead of you being a team, you would be the one running the team. That's how you attract. Okay? Just like a job. And I told y'all yesterday, y'all don't need money. Y'all need money to do certain things. Yes, this worldly shit. But if you are a whole spiritual vibration and you are spiritually wealthy, it will ground. It will ground. 7 of Cups. A lot of y'all just locked off y'all heart. Look, the Emperor to the Empress. Okay? A lot of y'all have mommy and daddy wounding. Communication issues. Okay? 3 of Wands. Prepare to receive. A lot of y'all very much so ambitious. Hierarchies. Spiritual wisdom. Belief systems need to be restructured. Look. Death energy. Yeah. Getting more intuitive. Having more compassion for yourself. All right? Getting more excited about life. All right? Especially, what's his name? You about to have a whole baby out here. A baby is a blessing. Look at it as just that. Okay? 6 of Wands. And stop dirtying up your energy for people who love to roll around in the fucking muck. You know what I'm saying? Word. Let's close out. Thank you for the likes. It's not difficult to show up. It's not difficult to show up at all. Your mama annoying, human. Your mama's annoying. Yeah. You have to. You have to. And that's the thing, you're single. You can do anything. You are a free spirit right now. Because you don't have any type of obligation to take care of somebody else. It's all about you, Dimitri. You have no babies. You're free. You should be working 3 jobs. You see what I'm saying? You should be working 3 jobs. I'm trying to tell you. When I was 14, I was working about 3 jobs. I was working at the library. I was doing babysitting. And I was doing hair. Yeah, 3 jobs. Multiple streams. How you think those people be millionaires? Multiple streams. You always see them. They're going to different marketing events. They're speaking, engagements, appearances. Multiple streams of income. Multiple streams. You want that lifestyle? You need to start somewhere. But just start with your energy signature, because people gravitate to beautiful things. It's just like a moth to a flame. Bees love to go to flowers and smell them with the pollen. Think about it. Just like flies, they love shit. Okay? Certain bugs, they be around food. Yeah. It's all about the energy. Moon, flowers. For real. Let's see. What am I seeing in here? I'm seeing the airplane in here. I'm seeing the airplane in here. I'm seeing the tiger with his mouth open. I'm seeing the owl. I am seeing the snake, but we not worrying about him. I'm seeing the 4-leaf clover. And I believe I'm seeing, is it the dragonfly or the frog? It's a green animal. It might be the damn snake, but we'll see. And I'm seeing the sparkle. I don't know if it's fireworks or sparkle. It could be drinks, it could be bubbly, but that's what I'm seeing. Did I cut it? Let's see what comes up first. Phoenix, rising out from the ashes. Yeah, a rebirth. Bottom of the deck, angel. Let's see. Let me get one most high to close out. I call back all my energy purified and cleansed. I call back the collective's energy purified and cleansed. Call back everyone's energy in my home purified and cleansed. Yep. 4-leaf clover. Trying to tell you. You know? Let's read it. It says, you are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. I'm trying to tell you, I cannot make it up. Luck. So you have to be in that vibration. And there go the owl. I told you, y'all could be getting some type of communication. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. Told you. This is giving me like 2 eyes right here. It looked like a being standing right here watching. You see their third eye? You see their head? This could be their mouth, but they're hidden. You see the eye. They're trying to camouflage. So you have spirits around you that's trying to tap you in. But some of y'all just be too fucking scary and codependent. And needing to be a little bit more, you know, tap in. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. Told you. Fire. Some of y'all need to just manifest more. Okay? Manifest more. Some of y'all might like to do burning rituals. Maybe you need to gaze at the fire. And this says the Fool. That number was 10. There go to completion. Completion again. Mind, body, and spirit. It says, have the courage to embrace change. Take risks. Be adventurous. It's right here. That looked like his dog. You might have a dog. And that's crazy because I had a vision like this. With a pit bull. I was sitting down though. And I had a pit bull. I don't know where the pit bull came from, but it looked just like this, and it was way higher up. And the sun was setting or rising or whatever it was doing, and I was sitting there, my legs was dangling off the side, and I was just looking, and I felt something like touch me, and the gray pit bull with blue fucking eyes, absolutely beautiful. He just put his head right on my leg, and we was just looking at the sunset. I don't know why he was there. I don't know who he was. I don't know if he was a spirit guide or a spirit animal. It was absolutely magical. So you have energy around you that's willing to help you and guide you. You just got to listen, take the nudge when it's given to you. Take risks, be adventurous. Just like I told you, get online, find something to do. There's no reason out here you should not have money. Make you t-shirts, okay? Try to figure out how to make the t-shirts. Try to figure out whatever you like to do. Start there. You like to cook? Start cooking your dinners. Whatever you cook for her at night, for your baby mama, the baby, start there. If you are single, start your journey. Vlog your journey. People love to watch other people's story. They love to be inspired. A lot of people just don't have nothing to do, and they live vicariously through you. You'll be surprised. And some of these people have money. They could do whatever they want, but they're just too scared. They're too comfortable. And instead of living, they'll watch you live. So give them a show. You know, you are single. Start blogging your everyday life. I said I'm going to go get me a camera. I was trying to watch this camera that I want on sale, and on Prime Day, it only went down like $100. And y'all know I'm very frugal. I need a discount. If that shit $500, bitch, I'm gonna need it to come down to at least $150, $175. I'm not paying full price, and I can wait. I'm very patient, and I will put the description of what it is I want, and then I will look every 2 days or ever so often and check Best Buy. I'll check, Macy's. I'll check all the stores and see, I just put it in to see who have it cheaper. And depending on if this is the price that I want for whatever the item is, I'll get it. If not, I'll just wait. A lot of people don't have patience. They want some microwavable shit. Something that's not going to last. Just like my son. He's like, Mommy, you got to get a microwave. I said, why? That shit is killing the fucking food. The shit is already dead. Put it in the microwave. You know what I'm saying? It's going to drain it even more, and you're going to be eating all this radiation. And I said, stop waiting until you're fucking starving hungry. Put the shit in. If you know lunchtime is coming, if you know you wake up and you know you're going to start getting hungry, you would like to eat a specific time, be more disciplined. Put that shit in like 20 minutes before you gonna get too hungry. You can't wait till you're fucking starving. You already, you got to start living as if you didn't have those things. And that's what I'm trying to teach them. Act like you don't have it and make do with what you have. And I guarantee you, life will not be so fucking hard. I don't have a microwave. I haven't had a microwave in here in about 2 years. 2 years. And we've been fine. I've been trying to make sure we don't, the less radiation possible. One time when I was younger, before I used to have all this fuck shit. And I mean, I still got a lot of shit, but I'm downsizing a lot. Like, I'm giving away stuff little gradually. But when I move, and sometimes you notice even when your people them die, your family, they have all this shit you gotta go through. And a lot of them don't want to go through it, so they're gonna throw this shit in the garbage, and you sitting here holding on. And if you're